Hello y'all, this is the Roblox game Blox card, and in this video I'm showing off an interesting Redcliff group deck. The Redcliff and Blox cards focus on creating and buffing their army in both health and power in great amounts in one turn. And besides just the Redcliff cards, we also have cards such as Ignis, Mage, and Kamov, and we run Firebrand 1 and Veteran Mercenary just to take advantage of whenever a enemy fighter, when our opponent's fighters die. And I will have the code for this deck in the video description. And besides that, if you enjoy content like this, make sure to subscribe. We're now going to be playing against Axu709. Let's cast this Redcliff Adept, then discard this Veteran Mercenary, and in turn our opponent is playing the yellow Bioblades group. It looks like in the Bioblades, we'll aim to get these cards out in their group. That will give them the cards for the Immortal Sword deck, and the way those work is that the Immortal Swords are a deck of unique sword cards that transform allied fighters into wielders, and the Bioblades have a number of numerous effects, so our goal here is to win as fast as possible. Try to anyway. And we're going to probably discard the Redcliff Enforcer next in order to cast Kamov and destroy that Bioblade Excavator, even though that will give them a Immortal Sword. Actually, no, it won't actually. Okay, no. Discard the Redcliff Adept. Okay, we have our legendary Redcliff King Richard in our hand, as well as Firebrand 1, both of them. It is a rare card, which is pretty fortunate, I suppose. So destroy this card here, then target the Bioblade Demolitionist. And we just need to win this as fast as possible as the Redcliffs, because Redcliff usually has a group in Blox cards. If they lose initiative, they'll have a bad time. Otherwise, they'll be very, very strong. And we do have our legendary here with us at the very least, so I am happy they will be available. And I'm very curious to see what our opponent's going to do now. That that excavator is gone. They have these two demolitionists here. And what is this? This is a Bioblade Stud Curator. That will give them one colorless stud of every color, as well as an Immortal Sword, I think. And that is going to be interesting. Come on, they're going to use that now. They're going to discard some cards to get Immortal Swords. They have 18 total in that Immortal Sword deck. If they get down to 0, they'll get a very powerful card constantly when they try and draw Immortal Swords, which is not something we want to happen. And they're going to destroy the Redcliff Adept. It's fine, surely. And let us discard the Redcliff Enforcer here, because we'll just get them back kind of with the Redcliff King Richard's effect. Cast Kamov again. Sure, why not? Just cast them, and we could cast the Ignis Mage, and when this card is cast, deal 250 damage to a target enemy fighter. Just deal some damage to that Bioblade Stud Curator, and that will definitely at least be a setback for them. We'll cast Redcliff King Richard soon, although I think we need, I don't know, we'll play Firebrand 1, at least one of them, simply because it would be good to have them out there, because when an enemy fighter dies, that card will gain 200 health, and it already has 800 starting health and 450 power, which is going to be very annoying for them. They use Split Ego. They're going to regret doing that, honestly. And they're going to attack now with the Bioblade Stud Curator. Doesn't do too much, but it's going to die in the next turn anyway. They cast Drozerix, and they're probably going to transform it. There they go. They did it. And that is, during your end step, mark all enemy fighters, whatever. And we got a target now. Get Firebrand 1 out here, and also discard Redcliff Decimate, and then just start targeting their fighters. Destroy this card here. Good, and take on Michael P, because if we don't, they'll try to transform later with a Immortal Sword card, probably in Drozerix, however you say that card's name. If it isn't transformed, its effects will be very beneficial for its opponent, or if it's removed. If it dies, I don't know. Drozerix can be a win condition usually, but Michael P and the Bioblades have some synergy as a group. My opponent may be using the Metaverse set for the Bioblades in Blox cards. I'm going to transform Michael P. Okay. And what is the biggest threat here? I guess the one that marks our cards every turn. I'm going to transform them again. Wow. And whenever this card attacks, lock the fighter to attack for 1 turn. Going to be very intrigued to see what they do here. And they're going to target Kamov. Why would you target the card? Oh my goodness, whatever. We'll destroy it in the next turn. And we'll cast maybe soon another one of these cards that gain HP when a card is destroyed. And actually cast now the Redcliff Messenger. and buff up this card here. Gives some more power to Firebrand 1. And Firebrand 1, just due to how it works, it and Veteran Mercenary have some longevity to them. And we have Redcliff, yes, they have longevity to them. And Redcliff King Richard here go right into, well, target the Immortal Heartbreaker, destroy them, and they're gone, so my card will gain some more health. Fantastic. Target the Immortal of Endless Ice, and let's in turn probably play the Veteran Mercenary in the next turn. 1,500 power and 150 starting health. And you're going to use to buy a Blade Chef. That card can attack, but it does draw a card from the Immortal Sword deck when it is cast. They're going to transform the Immortal of Endless Ice, I think it was called. Now they have the Immortal Devil Hunter, and that is going to be something we have to destroy. And now my opponent has chosen to forfeit. I guess they just can't handle this Redcliff action. And with that, this has been the Redcliff Group in Blox cards. If you enjoyed the game, you can check it out in the video description. A link to it is there. If you enjoyed the video itself, make sure to like and subscribe.